Geek Dad. Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about all of the TMNT reveals from the past week, like NECA's SDCC offerings, Playmates releasing more retro figures, and more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as he sprints to his launch day of his Hero Source Toys and Collectibles in Sanford, North Carolina. I almost said Stanford. I was like, nope, it's Sanford, North Carolina. Is my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm tired.
I bet,
I'm tired.
Oh my God. It's June. Is it 3rd? I'm last off check time.
Yeah, it's June 3rd. I had initially planned on doing June 1st, Thursday.
Yeah.
But I'm just, after everything that's happened, just moving it to Saturday, the 3rd. And yeah, that's it. That's my opening day.
Boom. There you go. Is it on your website? Like, if people are like wanting to make a pilgrimage to your shop, are we announcing the address yet? Or are we still waiting? Like, what's the deal there?
Yeah, I have not done anything with like the website or Instagram at all. I need to get on that. But yeah, it's 1913 Bragg Street.
Boom. Easy peasy. 1913 Bragg Street. Bragg, like Fort Bragg.
Yep.
All right.
So soon to be no longer Fort Bragg.
That's true. That's very true. Good reason. But yeah, 1913 Bragg, Sanford, North Carolina. What's the zip code?
27330.
27330. Boom. So June 3rd, your opening day. I plan to be there. Because I know you're trying to get more stuff. I'm like, all right, what can I bring? Like, what kind of stuff can I bring? Try and get some trade credit, whatever works, whatever you need. Colleen is like, you can just take it, John. Just take it. But anyway, excited for you, my friend. I know it's been a crazy journey, especially with like the robbery and all that kind of crap. But kudos to you for sticking to it and making this thing happen. Definitely, it is Memorial Day in the United States, and it's kind of a somber holiday, right? It's time to honor those that made the ultimate sacrifice to their country. So to all those that did do that ultimate sacrifice, so that we could have freedom here in this country, we honor that today on Memorial Day. So on that, we should be talking about turtles today, which is just what everybody likes to do on Memorial Day. It has been an insanely heavy turtle week.
It seems like it's nothing but turtles. I mean, there's been a few other things like quick teases of, we saw Ram Man packaging for Masterverse Ram Man, but turtles have dominated this week.
Yes, it's been very turtle heavy with the movie coming out and everything. Like, it's everybody but Super 7, or maybe even Super 7 has maybe had some turtle news. I don't know. Like, I haven't been paying as much attention to the Super 7 side of things. I do know there's like a recent interview with some more updates on that but yeah, tons of turtle stuff, including reveals doled out by our good friends at Toy Anxiety. They had a big SDCC reveal last week. Super proud of them. Super happy for them. We'll talk about that. So we're going to get into all of those turtle reveals. John, there is a new hot toy on the block that I'm really excited about. You can probably guess which one it is. Already pre-ordered that. We'll talk about that. Tomy may be stepping in for NECA on a much desired item for NECA collectors. So we'll talk about that. We have a new Stump John as well. So an action-packed Monday edition of Toy Geeks. Thank you, everybody, for being malleable and movable to tonight, mainly because I was in New York this weekend and I was at my in-laws' house on Sunday, and the internet was even worse than the last time I was stuck there. So big thanks to John being able to move tonight, even though he's so busy, and to hang out here with all of you. All right, yeah. Welcome YHS to the Showverse. Man, I'm so happy for that crew. They're out of the country, across the pond this week. I can't wait till they can talk about the things that they're doing in the world. But that means tomorrow on Toy Anxiety, it will be a Toy Anxiety bootleg edition.
Is this bootleg part 6?
I don't know which number bootleg this is.
Bootlegs on patrol?
Yeah, he's got to let us know. But this bootleg, John, I mean, not to tout it up too much, but I don't know if he's announced it yet. I don't know if Dole said it anywhere yet, like who's going to be there besides Dole and I. But it's a star-studded cast tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Yeah, 7. It's the
bootleg
7th.
7.
It's a star-studded cast. So bookmark. I don't think you bookmark videos, but like
Ryan says announce it.
Announce it? You want me to announce it, Dole? I don't know if I'm worthy to announce it. So tomorrow, the special guest, it'll be myself and Ryan Dole. There will also be a gentleman by the name of Dan Larson from Secret Galaxy Toy Galaxy will be there tomorrow night. Yeah, that Dan Larson. And there will be none other than one of my favorite toy company employees, the wonderful, amazing Ryan Ting will be a part of it.
No kidding.
It is a star-studded cast.
Can this actually be called a bootleg edition? This is when the bootlegs. This is when the bootleg is shining.
It is. Yeah. I think Dole intentionally tries to get every bootleg from this point on. I think he's going to try and get even cooler guests each time, just to make the regular Toy Anxiety crew
and Matt Damon.
Yeah, next time Matt Damon. So super excited for bootleg tomorrow. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. The normal Toy Anxiety time tomorrow. And next time, David Hasselhoff, would he be a fun get? I don't know. So I don't know.
It depends. It depends. Do you want to get canceled?
Do you want to get canceled today? Let's see him ambush. And Craig pops in to end the stream prematurely. Oh my god. So anyways, yeah, Toy Anxiety West Coast. Except for me. No, Dan's not.
Dan's East Coast.
Yeah, and so is Ting, I think.
Ryan would be. Yeah, he would be Rhode Island.
Dole's the only one that's West Coast in that scenario.
Yep. Everybody else is East.
Yeah. So excited for tomorrow night's Toy Anxiety Bootleg Edition. But John, enough yammering. Let's get into the toy newserin. That's a word, right? Toy newserin?
It is now.
Let's just continue on, sharing love for our YHS Toy Anxiety friends. And let's talk about their big reveal that they got to have yesterday. Why is my Twitter logged out? Hold on one second. But they got to unveil an SDCC NECA Turtles exclusive. And that's a really big deal. I think I was super happy when Craig told me that was on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But John, it's almost, we did our predictions for San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm kind of upset we didn't say a VHS box TMNT 3 because it's kind of like the last one they haven't done yet, right?
Well, I gotta admit, I've never seen the movie, so it doesn't really exist in my brain. When I think of when I think of Turtles, it just goes from the Secret of the Ooze right to the 2002 series. Like there's nothing in between in my head.
Dan Larson in the chat. Are the Celtics just what is I don't want to talk about it. My Padres suck. Bruins went out and then they beat the Carolina Hurricanes. Like
Florida was just trouncing everybody.
Florida? Yeah, it's just like, come on, Florida. Ugh. Anyway, no offense to Floridians, but I mean, come on, I think you all know by now. But Yeah, celebrating the 30th anniversary of TMNT 3. Happy World Turtle Day. So I know a lot of people probably memory hole this one. I cannot, because I went and saw it in theaters. Opening weekend, my mom took me and my cousin to go see it. I remember we were so excited for this movie because reasons. I just remember like even like when I was a little kid, I was like theorizing about things and stuff. I was probably a little bit older by that point, but you know, there's a line in the first movie where they're tying in the Foot Clan to something happening years ago in Japan. I was like, that's a clue. That's what this movie is going to be about. They're going to go back in time to Japan when the Foot Clan first started, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't anything like that. It was a terrible movie. And even in my young kid, like grading curve on movies was like, it was a movie. It was good. Even then, I was like, that was a bad movie. But I will say, and I think Dan Lars had the same tape too, but I did love the soundtrack for it because it had Tarzan Boy on the cassette tape. So I played that many times over. That, and it had, was it Miami Sound Machine or was it Gloria Stefan? Come, my baby, better do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
That song was on this soundtrack?
It was, but it was like a rap remix or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good tape. It was a good tape. Good tape. No Vanilla Ice. That was Secret of the Ooze. But anyway, is this for me? I have said I'm doing only 1990 Turtles, and that's it. I'm drawing the line. Even as amazing as TMNT 2 stuff is, like the Token Razor, and now we got the Keno coming, as well as for the reveals that happened this past week. Even though I'm sure with the samurai armor and everything like that, these things could be incredible, right? If you get all the gold details and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So even with all of that, I think it's still a pass for me. But knowing me at Comic-Con, I'll probably still walk into the NECA booth and buy this thing. But what's your thoughts on these? Even though your memory hold this movie doesn't exist to you.
I mean, I'm still familiar with the vintage figures, like the Playmates counterparts for all these, and then they, further down the line, they did the chromed out versions of the Shogun Turtles when they did Shogun Triceratron and Sheote. So I'm familiar with it. I think that's a great addition, with this look. I don't know where the backstory of their outfits, I don't know anything about it, but I like that look. Not knowing the movie might be beneficial to me, where I can separate it and be like, these just look like cool figures. I don't care what the story is.
Yeah.
But I always like the movie 3 turtle figures.
Yeah.
I always thought they were just, they looked cool. They were better examples of variants outside of some of the the clown turtles or the birthday turtles, some of the really wacky ones.
Yes.
These were better versions of
absolutely.
any other turtle to get.
Yep. So do you think, even if you maybe hate's a strong word, I shouldn't say hate, but say you are that doesn't even care about this movie, do you think these are still a must buy for a turtle collector?
Yeah. Yep. Even if they don't make anything else from this movie and it's just these, I think this is a must buy for the turtle completist, or not necessarily completist, collector in general.
Yeah, especially if you have the 1990 tape and the because it done Secret of the Ooze tape box as well, right? I'm trying to. Did they do that one? Damn,
I can't remember.
I'm gonna guess.
Did they only do 2-packs?
I know they had the 2-packs, but did they do a?
Did they do a VHS? Yeah, did they do a VHS set?
If they didn't, that they had to have. Yes. Okay. Good.
Okay,
I feel like they did. I'm misremembering this now. So yeah, if you've got those two, you're gonna need this one. And out of all of, I think this set, even if you don't dig it, if they do a really good job with the armor, which we know NECA with their detail and everything that they've done, they can really nail this set. I think it's a really, I think it's a must buy for
Yep.
sure.
Absolutely.
Boom. Yeah. So there you go. They've done VHS sets for all the SDCC exclusive. Boom. There you go. All right. So that was the first reveal last Tuesday. And then the Fwoosh, the venerable Fwoosh, also had a reveal. And this we saw, God, I feel like forever ago at this point. It was like in a little checklist thing, right? The Keno with the little scooter.
Mhm.
And now we know officially it's gonna, well, at least to start, we're gonna get a convention exclusive with a pizza box. I love the fact we're using the actor to actually reveal it. I love how NECA has incorporated. I mean, they've gotten an actor's the likenesses, but I love how they've used them or brought them into the process, which is a ton of fun.
Yep.
But I mean, if you're in to this line, this is a must buy, right? He is, arguably one of the coolest human characters in the original film series. He
Mhm.
also played in the first movie, which he played one of the turtles. I can't remember off the top of my head which one he played. But still, I think this one is definitely a must buy. What do you think, John?
Yeah. This is, I mean, it's just the world building, getting the scooter, the possibility that this
Mhm.
leads to, I think, of getting like a Toon Turtle scooter or a Toon Turtle motorcycle, like with
Yep.
NECA like wanting to do a small scale vehicle for the figures.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a cool set, and like
Yeah.
you said, getting the actor to sort of unveil it is just a cool nod that that even they would want to be involved. Like, there's no like, nah, I don't. I put that all in my past. I don't I don't like to revisit that.
I understand that, like I never fault an actor or actress, whomever that may want to be like, I'm done with or I don't want to revisit that. That's not a part of my life anymore. Especially like kid actors that sometimes have a tough time
Mhm.
for whatever reason. But for me, it's nice when they can still have a good relationship with it. And I think something that's changed that for a lot of people is just the convention industry where, people that go and do autographs at conventions, even if it's a small part but has a strong fan base, they can
Right.
make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing that kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
I think that has shifted a lot of the, oh, that nerdy thing I did 30 years ago. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Right. Right. Like, go do it at a convention in a controlled environment rather than getting stalked, like waiting for your plane at an airport.
Well, I'm sure that still happens
I'm
too.
sure it still happens, but I bet it happens less.
That's true. That's true. Um, yeah, and I know Gary works for one of the companies that does this kind of stuff. So,
Mhm.
I think it absolutely and this has been in the past 5 or so years, 10 years. I don't know how long it's been, but it's absolutely changed completely. And I kind of wish it existed when I was a kid because if you could tell me I could meet all Rufio or whatever, then it would have been so much cooler. Even though it's still cool now, it'd have been way cooler then. Um, but yeah, the figure looks good. Again, I think I'm gonna pass on this one mainly because I really am trying to stick to the 1990, the first film, the 90
Mhm.
film, just because I don't have enough room to do all of these. But
Look at that.
maybe the TMNT 3 I'll get.
Look at that head sculpt is insane. It's like a screen just like aside from the shoulder joint, like giving everything away, it looks like a screen grab. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just zoomed in. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
NECA just gets better and better with their accuracy.
Mhm.
So I think if I think these are some of the better convention exclusives than we've had in a while. I feel like it's been a minute since we've had them this good, or
Yeah.
like something that's this fan demanded. Is that the right thing to say here? Like,
Yeah.
it's a big fan demanded
Yeah.
thing.
Is it you think it's because the characters that are so important towards one movie, like, are finally getting filled in?
Yeah, exactly. I think, especially when you're getting the human characters with all this likeness and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you got to get through. The fact that we're, still getting pretty integral characters. We have the Judith Hogue April. Now do we need to get the other April, right? So like there's still more to dig into if you're into these movie turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Professor Perry, yep. But I wonder that'll have to be like the estate of I'm blanking on the actor's name. Because he passed away last year, right?
I can't even think of who that is. Like
I
know the character, but I can't
he's the
picture
bad guy
the
in Tron. He's been in a million things. I feel bad I'm blanking on his name now. Warren. It's David Warner. Is that right? Paige Turco, David Warner. Anyway. So this is really cool. Really, really cool. Great reveals by NECA here. Things are just getting started with SDCC reveals. Ooh, I probably should announce this earlier. The first ever, or at least my first ever panel related to this channel is happening this year at Comic-Con. Toy Tubers Unite is going to be a panel at Comic-Con. Official guest so far is just myself as well as the YHS crew, Toy Anxiety crew. There's a couple other toy tubers I've sent invites out to, so more to come. Once I have like names confirmed, I will announce it here. But really excited for the first ever toy related panel I'm hosting at San Diego Comic-Con, and really pumped to be sharing the stage with the Toy Anxiety crew. So if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, at the very least, there will be a panel called Toy Tubers Unite with myself as well as the Toy Anxiety crew. John, I know we were hoping you'd be going this year, but you got your new toy shop, so can't swing it so much this year. But maybe we'll FaceTime you in. We'll get one of those like Segway with a little iPad on it.
With the iPad on it.
So if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, it will be taking place Saturday at 2:00. No, Ralph, there is still a Lost panel that is happening as well. So I'll have two panels going on at Comic-Con. But for this channel, more specifically, the first ever Toy Tubers Unite panel at San Diego Comic-Con.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really pumped. Really, really pumped. And I think Dole has been. I think we're trying to get Dole there. So if we have the full TA crew on stage, as well as some of the other people we've reached out to, if at least one or two of them says yes, this could be like a murderer's row beyond just TA and I. There, it should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. Where I said on your neck, I could talk to Theopolis John. So the other panel will be shilling for a killing. Dole, you gotta make it down. You have an official, like you'd be an official panelist. You'd have your name on a little thing says Santa Comic-Con.
On a little placard.
Yeah, it'd be one of those right there, like they have at the Comic-Con. Anyway, absolutely. I'm gonna try and see if we can live stream it, but at the very least record it and then post afterwards at the very least. But should be a lot of fun. Since it's happening on Saturday, we should be able to talk about the big reveals from San Diego Comic-Con that happened there. There should be a big screen so we can share pictures and talk about them and stuff like that, as well as close out the panel with Q&A. If you have any questions related to maybe the reveals or what toy tubing is like, all of the money that we get from all of the toy companies, shill for them. I mean, this is your chance to ask any question you want. But yeah, should be fun. Should be fun. Okay, John. These, I believe, just recently dropped, but we've got more official images. Again, we are shying away from posting anything remotely close to being a leaked image from the new Turtles movie. One copyright strike is enough to shoo me away from it. But we've got some more official images from the TMNT line. Some of our first baddies in the line. We got Superfly, which is kind of a Baxter Stockman-esque kind of dude.
Mm-hmm.
So that's he looks pretty cool. And then we've also got I love how happy this kid is. How much money do you think that he actually isn't holding this toy?
That he actually isn't holding it?
He's not holding it.
Oh,
That's
no, no. That is that picture is going to be used 1,000 times over
mm-hmm.
with whatever they put there, and he
Yeah.
has no choice.
Because when the other hand's like this, and then he has the Anyway, I'm sure this kid is slinging so many different products that he probably never. But hopefully he's getting paid every single time he shows up in an advertisement. And then we've got Master Splinter, looking pretty cool. I dig the glasses on him. I don't know. Like I'm really. Oh, see, you can't do the same pose like that twice. It's impossible. This is totally all Photoshop. He's doing great though. He's doing great. But John, I don't know. The controversies around any of the character changes, I really don't have any time for it. I'm really excited for this movie. They bumped up the release date August 2nd, I believe. Really pumped for the film. And it's new Turtles. Like, you still have your old Turtles if you want your old Turtles. This is something new. And the trailer, I love the animation style. It has that Spider-Verse kind of thing going on with it, even though it's its own thing. I don't know. I'm really pumped for it. What's your thoughts on some of these new reveals, as well as this film?
I'm excited for it. Like you said, if you want old Turtles, there's tons of old Turtles.
Yeah.
We get, some fresh ideas, get some fresh character. Even though, like, you can tell they just, change Baxter Stockman. Like, that gun looks just like the gun he came with for the NECA cartoon, or the fly swatter thing is just like the vintage Playmates.
Yes.
Accessory, where there's little nods to the original, but look at this guy. This is a cool looking figure.
Yeah, it's neat. It's kind of similar to how the 2012 thing, just like it would, do twists and turns, maybe give you a character, but maybe do something completely different. And and I'm pretty pumped for it. And I think, again, if you're like, oh, not my Turtles, that's fine, I guess. But to hold judgment, I think, until maybe you see the thing. That would be my only thoughts or advice there. If it's worth anything to you, that would be my advice. So these look great from Playmates, but John, I got some things that don't look so great from Playmates.
I know where you're going.
So we've got more retro re-releases, but this time we're getting into the wild and wacky with this, I guess, Eastman and Laird Turtle Adventures box set. Where we're essentially getting a re-release of Mondo Gecko, a slightly different decoed April O'Neil, and another re-release of those Eastman and Laird Mirage Turtles from, I don't know. Those are a while ago, right? They had the black and white one.
Yeah, they did the black and white 4-pack. They've done them a few times.
It's been like 10 years since those.
From Playmates?
These ones.
Has it been that long? Has it been that long?
I feel like they've been around for a minute.
Man, there's no time frame for Turtles. It's just they're always there. They're evergreen.
It's omnipresent. Even though I do dig the vintage card backs and then they're just kind of sitting there on toy shelves now. I think that's fun. If it's like the retro re-release. These guys though, they kind of look, I get they're trying to have this comic book art to them, but they just look, they have like stitches over them. I'm not a big fan of these designs. But if you need the gecko, he looks great. And if you like this look for the April O'Neil, I guess that's pretty good as well. These are so far an Amazon exclusive. And we are an official affiliate of Amazon. So I guess I'll post a link in the chat. If you do want to buy these, go ahead. I'm going to do a really bad job shilling. I wouldn't buy them. But if you want them, you want to support the channel, just put a link in the chat.
What's the price on this set?
Yeah, let's take a look. I think it's $44. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, $44. So what is that? Like
$11 a figure?
$11.
That's not terrible. I mean, $11, it could be worse. But for, $11, you're gonna get what you pay for.
Yeah, it's one of those things. These are not of the same caliber and quality as the vintage figures. And when I say vintage, like how many times did they re-release those things in its original run from?
Oh, I know. If these were like $20 a piece, you could get a vintage card at April for less than that, an
Yeah,
original one.
exactly. And those are going to be better in a lot of cases.
Mhm.
I would say all the way up through the was it the 20th or 25th anniversary re-releases, like in 2009. Whenever I think it was 2009 to 2005, or
Mhm.
2009 to the 25th anniversary. I think it was Toys R Us exclusive set, had a little DVD in the package, and they did the party wagon. That was the last time I think they made a really nice quality figure. Where
Mhm.
these just feel gummier or kind of less than some of those other ones.
Yeah.
But still, for $11 a figure, it's not bad if you want to give something to your kids or something like that.
Mhm.
But Scott has a point here. The storage sale repros are $9.99 at Walmart. Yeah, classic villains, $11 each. So there you go. And then let's see what other turtles things. There's more turtle stuff, John. There's so much turtle stuff. Do we want to talk about Jada Toys
Mhm.
is getting in the game with one of their nano play sets. Have you seen these, the little
Yep.
die cast play sets? But in most cases I'm like, I don't care about these. I don't want these. But this turtle sewer layer set is pretty freaking cool. I actually think they did a pretty good job with this set. And my youngest Alex, he loves like the mini or micro machine scale
Mhm.
line stuff, and I think this kind of fits right into that. So if I see this thing at retail, I may pick this one up. I think it's kind of cool. John, what's your thoughts on these?
I really like this. This is like, it's not so much as like the old like mini micro play sets, like not just like the how they did like the turtles that you open up the
Yes.
turtle and has a little
Yes.
world inside.
Hmm.
They did a bunch of them, and they did other sets where they were like almost those modular micro
Yes.
machines.
Hmm. Yep.
And I think they did some throughout I think they might have done micro sets in 2012, the
Hmm.
Nickelodeon 2012 series. But I feel like this is one thing that's missing from Turtles is like sort of the modular building, micro machine, that world that,
Hmm.
like back in the 90s when all those micro sets were really popular between Turtles, they were super popular with Power Rangers,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
these Mighty Max-esque
Hmm.
sets, like,
Yes.
are awesome. The
Yep.
other companies should just be going after this, with all
Yeah.
these, like, it's awesome tiny little displays.
It's and it's right, Ryan Dole stoked that Micro is making a comeback, and yeah, and so Jada picking these up as well as it's not Jazz, is it Jazzwares? Who's doing the Micro Galaxy
The
stuff?
Micro Galaxy, is it
Jazz,
Jazzwares?
yeah, I think it is Jazzwares. Either way, like it is cool to see it make a comeback because you're 100% right. I remember when Polly Pocket first came out. And it was of an era when boys couldn't play with girl toys, but there was just that was out of all of the girl toys, I was so pissed that Polly Pocket was a girl's toy because I was like, that's so freaking cool. It's a little house. She's got
Mhm.
a little car, and you just put her in the little car and it drives around. I was like, I want that. I want it so bad. And thankfully, I think it was at Bluebird Toys made
Yeah, made
Mighty
Mighty
Max
Max.
pretty quickly after Polly Pocket came out. So was stoked to finally have it, but I gotta still say, like some of those Polly Pocket sets, like the little towns and stuff like that, I was like,
Mhm.
I was still a little jealous that young
You're
Jay.
secretly collecting those.
Maybe I should now. Maybe I can. Is it more socially acceptable? I think I can. I just don't have any room for it. I have Mighty Max sets that I still have in storage that I one day hope to display.
Mhm.
Um, that I need to get room for.
They should
Um,
they should be making micro Star Wars sets again. Like,
yes.
build connectable, modular, buildable.
Yep.
They should. I mean, because those ships are incredible for for the price that you pay, what you get, the scale.
Yeah.
I mean, the scale of it would probably be hard to transfer those. But who do we say? It was Jazzwares making the
I think so.
Galaxy
Yeah.
Squadron. It would be hard to transfer that scale. Like the Falcon, that's kind of too big for a micro set. But like
Mm-hmm.
if they change to another scale where larger ships are smaller,
Mm-hmm.
or open up the Falcon and have a world inside, just like the very first
Yes.
Micro Machine set.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
what
think
that's what's missing from our toy collecting these days.
I'm excited. I don't know if they've hit retail, but I'm excited for the AT-AT that was availed
Mhm.
at Celebration,
Yep.
and the Imperial Shuttle. Because my son Zach, my oldest, he's coming on 9. I don't know if I'll get it or it's going to be out in time for his birthday, but he's like obsessed with AT-ATs. And what's one from Clone Wars is the AT-RT, whatever that 6-legged one is.
ATTE, Altering Tactical Enforcer.
I
Is
think
that
you're
what
right.
that
Yeah.
is?
And he's obsessed with them. He's been playing with my Legacy collection at it's kind of where I wish Hasbro would re-release the Clone Wars one, just because those are so expensive.
Mhm.
I would get that for Zach, but he would lose pieces on it and stuff like that. I was like, it's not. If I'm gonna, where do those things go? Like $400 complete? They're expensive.
For an ATTE?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at least probably 250. It's been
Yeah.
it's been like a year since I sold one. But you got to be careful because they did like a recall on the legs on those,
Uh-oh.
because on
Safe for the children?
the first issues of them, the legs weren't tight and they just kept falling out.
Oh.
So you could do like I think you could mail away, or like, send your proof of purchase and receipt or something to get replacement legs.
Can you still mail away?
I doubt it. You got to just make sure you get one with good legs.
Well, see, they just need to re-release it just so. But again, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but that's what I dig about what Micro Galaxy can do, because that it's not like the Micro Machines one, which was like really underscaled. They all had to kind of keep the same amount of plastic because they were all the same price. So what's cool about Micro Galaxy is this AT-AT is maybe not exactly perfectly scaled to the other ships, but it is larger. And so, that's happy to get my kid that. I mean, I already have a Legacy collection, so I don't have to go out and buy another one of those, because those are expensive. But yeah, he loves the ATT, the AT-T, or what do we call it? Like, whatever.
The AT-T?
AT-T? But he would love one of those, and they haven't released one of those in 15 years? It's been forever.
Yeah. Probably longer.
So again, this micro scale resurgence, as everybody is saying in the chat, I think is a great thing. And this set here by Jada Toys is cool as well. And even though the Party Wagon's a little lacking in paint apps, you could get yourself the Hot Wheels one for real cheap that looks great, that you can play with instead. So anyway, really, really excited for these, for sure. I think that's all of the turtle news. Is there any other turtle news that I'm missing? Possibly, potentially.
I think that's all the turtle news from this week. It was a lot
for the Turtle Club. Turtle. But all right, let's move. What do you want to talk about next? So we got some other. I'm really excited about the Hot Batman.
We can get into the Hot Toys.
Want to talk about Hot Toys Batman? Because I'm really excited about it. Let me pull it up here. So yes, we have the Flash coming out, and I'm really excited for 89 Batman 3. And the issues with the lead character of the movie aside, really pumped to see Keaton Bats on the screen again. I've thoroughly enjoyed picking up the different merch. I do have a video planned. I think it might be this week's video that I post on some of the stuff that's already been released. I love the fact that Hot Toys has, are re-releasing the Batmobile as well as the 89 Bat stuff. So if you missed out on it the first time, you got another shot. And John, I know I said I was going to pre-order the Batmobile, but I hadn't done it yet. I was dragging my feet because you had to put, it was like $81 down, I think, for Sideshow.
Yeah, for the first deposit. Yeah.
A little spendy, but you know what got me over the line? This figure, John, this Flash Keaton Bats looks so dang good. And I don't know. This just got me even more excited to see old man Bruce put on the cape and cowl, because that just looks so freaking good. Even if the movie sucks, at least this thing looks freaking cool. It is spendy, I will admit. It's like $300. That's expensive for a hot toy. They're expensive already. But you have the eye roll technology. So you can move the eyes around. But it just looks so good. Like, in a world where I think Spin Master is the toys that I want to buy, and McFarlane it's been close, but no cigar for me on the figures. The Batmobile looks great, but it has the gray canopy. I know you can fix that, but I'm not talented in that way. I'm not a customizer, so I don't want to deal with that. And I know it's really silly, but I'm just going to drop an extra $1,000 to get what I want. But I don't know. This looks so good. This looks like it's worth the plunge. John, what's your thoughts?
Yeah. If Hot Toys has finally like mastered that rubber suit that, because like in early Batman figures, or really any figure that had that rubber coating was supposed to be the suit.
Yes.
If you moved it around too much, it cracked. And it would just develop like flaking and shrinking on parts.
Yes.
So if they finally have mastered that, it's worth it. But I hate when, like they just, and I can't say that this is the case because I have no idea. Like, have they gone back and figured out like, how can we make an actual rubber suit on a little figure, when it's not a full size person? Like, how do they do it?
Yeah.
But if all that stuff is like worked out, like I would say $300 is okay.
Well, so I'll say this, and I do want to plus this in. We have a new GDL family member, the Gim. Welcome to the GDL family.
I got family.
You got family with the GDL family. I bought because I was aware of, I believe it was it the Batman Begins suit?
Yeah, the Batman Begins suit was the worst culprit.
Yeah, it kind of disintegrated and fell apart. So when they first announced the 89 Keaton Bats, which I believe they released in 2011 or 2012, whenever it was, I pre-ordered it. And I've got it, and I still have it. And I've had it displayed out of the box ever since I got it for over a decade. And I recently took it out to dust it. And the rubber on it's just fine. I haven't had any issues. So, and that was over a decade ago. And so even if they've advanced it from there, I would say it's worked out pretty well. But I will admit the South has a lot more humidity in the air. So it's not as dry of a climate. So I wonder if people that maybe lived in Arizona or something as a far drier climate, if they've had issues with the bat stuff. But for me here, I have not had an issue.
I mean, this looks amazing. The shot with him with his whole cape extended and his arms out, like
you got 3 styles of interchangeable lower face, which is freaking cool. Detailed bat suit, like it just looks so good. The cape, to your point, looks fantastic. Got an extra cowl, but just the way the cape goes out, like, it looks so good. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. Like, yeah, there you go. Right there.
Yep. Man.
So anyway, I pre-ordered this as well as the Batmobile.
The Batmobile.
Yeah.
Did you pre-order the reissue 89, the one that comes with the back computer?
No. Should I? No, I'm probably not. To me, it's like I already have an 89 Batman. Yes, the Bat computer is really freaking cool. But how much is that? Do they
I
still
thought
just
that was around 300.
buy a Batman again?
I'm pretty sure it was around 300 because I think it was less than 300 without the computer.
Mm.
Because you could get it deluxe or regular.
The deluxe one have like this, the gargoyle thing.
So do they all come with a computer?
No, I think they showed it at Comic-Con, but we haven't actually.
Have we not?
It hasn't been put up for pre-order yet, I don't think.
Hmm.
People in the chat might correct us right now. Bat computer. Nothing yet. But if they do release it as like a separate thing you can buy, then maybe I'll swing it. But I don't know. But I will say, if you want to order it, we are an official affiliate for Sideshow Toys now. So if you click on the link through the Geek Dad Life page, I don't even know what percentages goes our way, but if you do, a small percentage of that sale will go to Colleen, who busts her butt working the website. But anyway, I'm really pumped for this. This gets me really pumped for the movie. I know they're doing fan screenings, and I can't wait. I can't freaking wait till it comes out. And to see old Keaton, to me, I know they're rebooting the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm excited for that. I hope that in this reboot we get a Batman Beyond or Dark Knight Returns type of thing, where like you utilize old man Keaton some more, old man Bats, old man Bruce.
Yeah, like regardless of how this the Flash ends, because if we're like rebooting and everything is starting over, like give us young Terry, right? It's Terry McGinnis with Keaton Bats as Bruce. Like
it'd be so freaking cool. Especially with Kevin Conroy, who has passed away, rest in peace. Like, to me, he's Keaton's the only one that I would want in a Batman Beyond movie.
Yep.
And I know they're probably going, I think they are going a younger Batman or middle age, but I don't know what the plan is. You know, they're kind of redoing the whole thing. But just do like an alternate, or just a future worlds Batman Beyond. Like, I love that show. But yeah. Anyone buying those Spider-Verse Hot Toys? Yeah, Spider-Verse this Friday. I'm only going so I can see Ryan Dole's name in the credits. But you have to let us know like whereabouts you'd be on those credits, because it's hard on credits today, just because
when the movie is nothing but VFX, and then you are a VFX artist.
Yes. And they have like 17 different VFX teams, and each one is just like a huge paragraph of just names. Because the last time there was a Dole worked on movie, I'm like, crap, did I miss it?
Can you slow it down? Can you slow it down? I'm looking for my friend.
I want to be able to pause so I can cheer my friend. But yeah, FX team. Exactly. Well, I know, but like, how many FX teams are going to be on the movie, Dole? Bajillion. We do need to do a Screen Geeks on that one, Ralph. I swung and missed on Fast 10, but I blame Colleen for that. I don't know why. I'm just gonna blame her. Let's see what else. There's a lot of toy news. We got a lot to catch up on. I did want to talk about the Super 7, the weirdest. You know, I am not buying these, but this dude, blood, with 2 umlauted O's, but he's really freaking cool.
I like these figures. I like how they did the old, Halloween vampire teeth as his head.
He's really freaking cool. Ryan says 1 FX team. This is animation, not VFX for live. Oh, okay, that's good. All right, boom. There we go. Everybody, let's make sure when we go see the film, watch the credits, let's take pictures of Ryan Dole in the credits and then tag him in on Instagram and then applaud the man for his great work. Because I know that is not an easy gig that Ryan does, and he busts his butts. His team busts their butt, and they deserve all the love and praise we can send their way. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, this looks freaking cool. So like, this is the one. Again, I there's no connection to these characters, and that's what's kind of neat about them. This is a cool looking dude.
Mm-hmm. It's just like why can't I think what the heck they're called? The other reaction figures that are like
The worst.
Yeah, the worst. Yeah,
Yeah.
the worst. There was no connection for
Yeah.
those guys. It was just weird ideas.
Then Gorior. It's just fun. I love how you just put all these different weapons into them and stuff like that. That's fun. And then we got
And then
Trash Squatch.
Trash Squatch.
If these are at their Comic-Con booth, I'll probably pick these up.
The card art is worth the price of admission.
Yeah. These are sick. These are really cool. So yeah. Anyway, excited for those. John, any other toy news from this week that you want to dig into, my friend? Before we get into stuff done.
The only other thing I saw was there was an interview with Brian Flynn where he mentioned the continuation of Silverhawks Ultimates with Copper Kid and Copper Kid's Roadster.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with what that was. I just saw the picture of it.
Yep.
But after Dan Larson's video and him talking about the Silverhawks and the mess of the who owns it, trademark, all that stuff, and it was kind of radio silence from Super 7 for a while on Silverhawks, and then seeing that clip with Brian Flynn talking about they're keeping going. So I wonder if they iron that out of ownership or any of that stuff.
Yep. I hope so, just for the fans of that toy line's sake. I think the figures that I've seen do look really good. They look better in hand than some of those earlier images did look. I'm not going to say they're not without issue or whatever, but I know there's people that love those toys that they've done so far. So I do hope for fans of that line that they have gotten those things worked out. Can somebody I had it in my head and I have forgotten now. What is the channel that did that interview with Brian? I just want to make sure we name drop it appropriately here on the show. But yeah, so cool. I think for those that want it, I will say I think I haven't listened to it. I just saw it today. I saw it in our Discord today. But I still have that kind of frustration of just doing random interviews on different shows or podcasts or whatever, and then you kind of have to dig in to try and get answers, or people watch those and then they say, oh, well, you didn't see the interview on XYZ thing, you didn't watch all hour and a half of it to find out every detail. And it's like, no, because it's hard to keep up with all of those things. I mean, part of doing this show is just like, okay, let's talk, let's catch up on all the stuff that's happened the past week or whatever the big thing is. Let's talk about it. So we can kind of lock it in. But yeah, so I do kind of still have that frustration of only updating on random shows. And I know even, sometimes you'll be on the Foosh, which, is a big of the bigs of the toy tuber, toy podcaster universe. I'm not saying it's not like a big audience, but even then it's just tough because, sometimes you may miss that one or you may not go all the way through sometimes. So it'd be nice if it was just like a news update. So I could just quickly read it or
like
something.
you could just put it on Super 7's Instagram or the website. Just, this is what's going on. You don't have to hunt it down. It's not a treasure hunt. This is just, here's the information on a silver platter.
Yeah. See, a Geek Men Masters of the Thunder Nerds had the interview. So there you go. Geek Men.
Is that really what it's called?
That sounds right.
Geekman
Again, I
Masters
saw
of
in our
the
Discord
Thunder
today.
Nerds.
I probably should have had that teed up for sure. Let me search just to see.
Geekman
Oh, it
Masters
was
of
on
the
Foosh as well. That's good. Yeah, Foosh doing Ninja Scroll. That's a big deal. That looks really cool.
He said Wave 4 is crazy. According to him, the factory doesn't want to do it because it's too difficult.
Whatever that means. Geekmen and the Masters.
Yeah, Brick said that is the name.
Masters. I don't know. I want to share it out. So if people do want to watch it, and the Thunder Nerds is Brian Flynn from Super. Let me go on the actual channel. Let me make sure I'm gonna subscribe right now. Hit the bell icon. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Geekman. And a thing. Sorry. Anyways, I just want to give credit where credit's due, especially smaller channels. Oh, dang, I stopped it. I want to get out. Especially smaller channels. I want to make sure we use this platform to share out other toy tuber channels. Geekman and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. And where is it on their page? I guess it's not on there. Maybe it has to be, or is it live?
It had to be really recent.
Yeah, here. Okay, it was a live stream. So if you click on the live tab, it's right here. Brian from Super 7. It was streamed 2 days ago. But again, it's 2.5 hours. Like it's tough. It's tough time sometimes to keep up with that. But if you do want to listen to it, it is there on Geekman Masters of the Thunder Nerds YouTube channel. But yeah, there you go. Let's see. The factory is concerned about the higher rate of failed QC.
As are the customers.
Yep. He said the factory rep said the way Brian wants to make the figures will produce a lot of errors, which will cost more to overcome. Well, that's a problem. Or Slave Delay said the interview is an hour and a half long. And so that's where it's just tougher, And I'm saying this show's usually an hour and a half long, but we try to keep it in smaller chunks that you can kind of jump in, you can watch or whatever. Usually we're not saying anything all that important that, relates to a toy line or something like that. So, but anyway, it is what it is. I just wish, just do a post and that I can read quickly or something like that. Because for those of us, maybe it takes our attention spans don't last as long as that. It can just be hard to keep track of all of those things. But that's what great websites try to do in terms of doing news and updates and stuff like that. So, like our friends at Toy Habits, they do a really good job keeping track of those things, as well as Colleen over at geekdadlife.com. But Bean says it was mostly Thundercats and Silverhawks, not much about their other Ultimates lines. Well, there you go. Glad I canceled the party wagon. It came out bad and they had to redo all the tooling. Did I miss that? See, I missed that. When did that happen?
Huh.
I wonder if I can cancel mine. I gotta hit up.
You ordered it through Shannon, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, hey, you should probably cancel that. It was really bad. I got distracted by a squirrel. Yeah, that's my attention span. Squirrel. But anyway, all right, John. Any other things that we want to talk about before we go to Stump John, and we'll get you on your way?
That's all the news I can think of this week.
Powercon, I think, announced all the vendors, which is pretty cool. I did just want to shout out the Foosh Toys doing more toys for the Foosh. This is really freaking cool. I think it's a lot of people's. It'd be really cool if I had my own toy line. But Ninja Scroll coming soon from Foosh Toys. That's really cool. So kudos to the Foosh, expanding their offerings. I think that's amazing. That's great stuff.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, that's it for news, John. It hasn't been the best run for Stump John.
It has not. I've been lousy.
These were submitted by Rick Campabianco. They're all in one image, and as I'm looking through them here, I feel like you're gonna do good.
I've heard that before. I've seen
I
that
know.
movie.
But yeah, I got a feeling. I got a feeling in my bones. Chester Cheetah pre-order tomorrow. That's exciting. Who's doing those mascots?
Who's making Chester Cheetah?
Jada Toys. Because they've done some of the other mascots.
Is that who did the monster cereals?
I think so. I believe so. But yeah, speaking of Dole, John has been busting his ass for his toy shop, and going to send him home early tonight so he can get some well-deserved rest. So Dole is stepping in for After Dark after this show. So if you are a patron, Ryan Dole is joining. And if you love Ryan Dole and his zany antics, he's even crazier behind a paywall. So tonight on Geek After Dark, the episode is simply titled Paywall Dole. This is the thumbnail. This is as he's trying to steal my wife and my family. Great friend. Great guy.
Speaking of busting ass, Susan has been busting her ass at the store. She has like entered almost the whole inventory into the point of sale system. Just killing it.
While working a full-time job, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know she like busts her ass in
She
that.
has been amazing.
So yeah, absolutely. Susan Bell, champion of champions. So definitely join us on After Dark with Ryan Dole, which should be a blast of all blasts. All right, John. Get yourself in the mindset, right?
I'm centered. I'm there.
Okay.
I'm in the field.
All right, let's do this thing. It's that time again. It's time to stump John and his knowledge of all things toy accessories. Yes, he claims to be an expert, and honestly, he really is, even though he hasn't been showing up lately. And we'd like to test him on that in a segment we like to call Stump John. So everybody, everywhere, all around the world, it's time to do what? It's time to stump that John. Right, like I said, these were submitted to us by Rick Campabianco. Big thanks to you for sending those in. If you want to submit a group of accessories to try and stump John, you can send those to geekdadlife@gmail.com at any time. All right, John. Comments are turned off for you?
Yep.
Okay. People in the chat are supporting it. Also, Mr. Home Arcade. Have you seen his custom Motu Bucks or Origins Bucked TMNT figures?
I haven't.
Whew, they look so good. He is a producer, a GDL producer for this channel. But you should definitely check out his because yeah, they look so freaking good. I'm still gonna pull him up real quick. Wow, I'll give you a little bit more time. Where are you at, Mr. Home Arcade? Mr. Home Arcade. I know a lot of y'all probably follow him, but if you don't, check out some of his more recent customs for these Masters of the Universe or Origins customs that are TMNT. They look freaking sick. Yeah, this one right here. There's a short. It looks freaking cool as hell. So anyways, check out Mr. Home Arcade if you haven't yet.
Those probably look better than what we're going to get.
Probably. So anyway, check out Mr. Home Arcade. He's just doing amazing customs lately. Really good customs. All right, John. I've given you as much time as I possibly can to be prepared.
Ready.
They're all in one here. So take your time.
The sword is 87 Masters Blade.
Boom.
I cannot. What is that yellow thing?
Oh man, you should get that one.
Why does that look so familiar?
It is a iconic accessory in the. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything more.
What the hell is that? Okay. I am just terrible.
Oh, come on, John. The yellow thing, I know you know the yellow thing.
I know, and it's looks so familiar, and I cannot think of what it is.
Okay.
That gold, whatever that is. It looks like it would go to like Predator.
It's not Predator.
It's not Predator. It looks very Kenner.
It's not Kenner.
It looks very 90s Kenner.
It's not 90s. It's not
know what that
90s.
is.
It's not Kenner. It's not Predator.
But
you should know it.
Can you check again? Check the books again? I know. I should know that.
You should know this gun too, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, I'm just doing awful. Awful. That other thing,
Mhm.
whatever that is, the clear blue, what is that? I don't know what that is either.
That one I thought that might be tough. That was the only one I thought you might have a tough time with.
Man.
Okay, this yellow thing is a notoriously missing accessory.
Notoriously missing.
So much so that sometimes people think it's 100% complete. It's like, you're missing this piece.
Dang.
All right, I'll give you one more hint, and that's it.
Okay.
It is a playset accessory.
Oh. Does it go to the sewer layer?
Yes, sewer layer. TMNT sewer layer. It's the little cap
for the hydrant.
For the hydrant. Don't know why they made it a separate piece that just connects. It's just supposed to connect to the floor. It does nothing. It doesn't connect to the fire hydrant at all. It's just the cap to the fire hydrant, and it just sits. It connects to the floor. That's it. And a lot of time it's missing.
What's the gold gun?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It is 2000s Mattel.
Is it 2000X Masters?
It is.
Who came with that thing? Is it for? It's for one of the Snake Men.
It's not Snake Men.
But it's from like the Snake Men collection.
I can't remember. I can't remember which or when this one was dropped.
Man, I can't think of who this goes to. I don't know. That's 2000X stuff is a sore subject for me right now.
Fair. That's fair. It is from the Battle Chariot, I guess. That's what the Rick said. Battle Chariot.
I've never had that loose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've had it boxed 1,000 times.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, this last piece, it is a modern accessory. And it is from a company that we have just talked about recent in tonight's episode.
Is it something we just talked about? Is it from NECA?
Nope.
Is it Playmates?
Nope.
Is it Hot Toys?
Nope.
Is it Jada?
Oh my God, nope.
Oh man. I'm doing terrible. Just tell me what it is.
Super 7. I'll give you a company. Super 7.
Super 7?
Yeah, it is. It is.
What would that go to?
I don't know if you know this one, because we kind of said we would never buy these figures.
Then is it an Ultimates?
It is an Ultimates.
I mean, I've kind of sworn off Ultimates altogether.
Yeah, I know, right? But out of all the Ultimates, what are the ones we say like, it doesn't make any sense? I don't know why I would want those.
Like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
No, I don't think it's a really sad. No, it is the Energon chains for Optimus Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just added a couple of those to my store inventory.
Well, now you know what it comes with. Oh man! All right, John. Well, I'd say you got like 2.5, maybe.
I would say 1.5 because I had to have a hint.
Hey, that's all right. It was a tough one there. But still, good job. All right, John. Again, where can people find your store? Was it 1913 Bragg Street?
Yep, that's right.
Sanford, North Carolina, 27330.
Yep.
Damn, look at that memory.
You remembered all that.
The Alzheimer's hasn't got me yet, John. But anyway, thank you everybody for hanging out with us on this Monday edition of Toy Geeks. I think are you gonna be like, do I need to get a guest host next week? Or gonna be like alive next Sunday night?
You might have to.
Okay. So we'll definitely be here, but maybe we'll let John sleep in. But I definitely got to at least share some video or something from your store on next week's show. But yeah, so the last 5 or 6 days or so. No, it's only 5 days. Damn, it's Monday. Anyway, good luck, my friend. Hope it all goes well. If you're hanging out with us on the After Dark tonight, Ryan Dole is joining us. So if you are a patron, whether it's $5 or more a month, you can come hang out with us on Geek Dad Life After Dark for some paywall Dole. You got to pay the Dole toll to get in. No, I'm not going to say that, but you can join us there on GD After Dark. And then tomorrow night, 9:30 on Toy Anxiety, Craig's out of town. They're all out of town except for Dole. That means it's bootleg time, and I'm joining Ryan Dole for Bootleg 7, and we got a star-studded cast with Dan Larson from Secret Galaxy and Ryan Ting from the Marvel Legends team at Hasbro. Woo! This is going to be great for me because I'll just let them talk. I'll just sit here like this and listen.
You just watch.
I'm just going to watch. It's going to be great. Exactly. So we'll see you all there. And until next time, hasta luego. And goodbye. Have a good night, everybody.